what about Richard, in terms of your techniques, your tools, your process? I mean,
Yeah,
we now understand your background and where your inspiration comes from, but this topic, right? This area, AI work, it's so new, and there are so many ways to do it, to approach it. So can you tell us a bit about your setup, your technical setup? How does it look? Do you work on a studio? You had a studio, or you work from home? How is your routine as an artist? What tools do you use?
yeah. So when I started, like I just moved to a house, and like we refurbished the house, and I'm still like working from my desk, and I'm just sitting at home. Like I have no special surrounding, nothing. I will get myself a studio maybe this year. So let's see. Where I will dig more into physical art,
Hmm.
do more paintings, maybe do some embroidery stuff on a big level, and that might come. And you know, initially my art like came from my sketches. I was always good in doing sketches, and
Hmm.
um, I did a lot of sketches. So those are my tools. And when I'm doing a concept or something, and then from that on I work further digitally. So sometimes I do the sketches by my hand, and sometimes I leave it up to AI. But in general, like when we're talking about AI, like I trained with a friend of mine. He's in charge at BMW here in Munich
Hmm.
for the whole electric division, like technical wise, and
Yeah.
he's just a geek when it comes to AI.
Okay.
And we were working on a model, like both together, and he helped me a lot. And that really fits my needs artistical
Okay.
wise. So we
Mm.
have special data input. We've trained it a long time, and so yeah, that is like the thing that I'm working with. I could use pictures that I've taken when I was young. I could also enter text or excerpts of like old pieces of books, um, text wise, that could influence the style. And yeah, so we've trained an old model, and that is absolutely serving my needs, and giving me the possibility to fine tune it and to adjust it on new topics.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually that's it. It's like not the typical prompt entering stuff and
Yeah.
getting like four artworks, or like doing stability AI, or the other stuff, the forum, or whatever you call it. And so yeah, that is
It's
the
a.
way I do my stuff. But yeah, it's a trained, special trained model.
I mean, I had Ivona Tao in the podcast early on, and she was, explaining a bit about her setup and how there are so many tools, but usually she goes back to her own custom models, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I think you gain a lot of power, you know, having something unique there and shaping it
yeah.
according to your needs. And how is it like to, you know, play with these models, and actually what do you look for when you are creating, when you're fine tuning it? You are looking at outputs, you're looking for things that don't fit the vision, and then you try to update it. And also, when do you know a project is ready? When did you say, okay, Yamabushi's horizons, this is the final model, this is the final algorithm? How is that in your case, Richard?
So when I look back in 2023, I've just worked like almost every day of the last year, except like 1 or 2 weeks on
Hmm.
both of the drops.
Mhm.
And like I've started with the Izanami Islands just after like a few days after when we finished, or when we launched the Yamabushi Horizons. And I worked like almost every day, like from the morning till late in the night, on like adjusting, fine tuning, upscaling, trying to new things, and it's just a constant process. I can't. So sometimes I try different prompts. Sometimes I give the model new pictures that I've taken as a small child. Like I have to scan stuff, It's just
Mm,
wild. Sometimes it works out, sometimes don't. Then you have to adjust. Sometimes the algo is like doing just bullshit. But it's like trial and error, like
okay. Yeah.
and if you found a specific kind of optical output that touches me, so then I know, okay, good, that's it.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, like Verse has amazing curators that helped me in the decision process as well, because like in the end I end up like with a couple of thousand outputs,
Yeah.
and then you have to trickle it down to a few, like in both of the cases, 120 out, 128 artworks. And
Mm-hmm.
and they helped me. So I had my the works that I loved, and then we've found the perfect yin and yang, to say it like
Mm-hmm.
that, where
Yeah.
we said, okay, that's the real, that's the essence of
Yeah.
all that work.